Hey, Positive Vibes here. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the first ever episode of Positive Vibes Influence Podcast. Positive Vibes. I wear the mask. Main concept. Don't judge a book by its cover. Main goal. Spreading the positivity any way possible. And that's exactly what I've been about. Close to 5 years now, I've been doing this. Started off with posting quotes, other people's quotes, but every single day on my social media feeds. Primarily at that time, it was Facebook and Instagram I was using. Now, just so you know right off the bat, I'm on those two platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Pinterest. Those are I think those are all the social media feeds I'm on right now. Positive Vibes. It started off with a business opportunity that I was in. Um, it was a great opportunity. It was an online opportunity. The mistake right off the bat that I made, I didn't realize it right away, of course, was I was getting ahead of myself. I was so happy that, like, pretty much saying things like I've made it or we have made it, when I didn't really do anything yet, to be honest. uh, but one thing that came out of there right from the beginning, one thing that intrigued me, it was talking about positivity as well, a positive mindset, the importance of learning, reading books, things of that nature. So I watched the movie, The Secret. If many of you haven't watched it, I recommend it. You could take it two ways. Some people might take it literally for how The Secret was, where you could just sit back, law of attraction, don't do nothing, just think it, and things will happen. But I'm glad I took it the second way, which it should be taken, I believe, which was that you have to put in the work. You have to take steps. Knowingly and unknowingly, it will happen. Have a positive mindset, vision what you want, have the goals in mind. But it's all about, taking the steps, and things will come to you. But you're going to have to put in the work. But, realizing after a certain time frame that, hey, I put myself in a difficult situation, with the steps that I was and was not taken, I guess, at the same time. But positive vibes came out of it. I started on my social media feeds, again, primarily Facebook and Instagram. I just started posting positive quotes every single day. Literally, it became a habit. I was so consistent with it, posting every single day, just a single post. And that lasted for quite a while, right? I was doing that. This was back in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, 2018 is 5 years. So 2013, end of 2013 is when I started, pretty much. I say that I started pretty much February 2016. That's usually when I put my dates on there. But the only reason I do that is because my wife's birthday is in February. So, but yeah, so pretty much I've been doing that. And then what happened was, down the road, I realized what was happening. I was pretty much realized at a point that, hey, this is good. This is like sort of building up a brand, right? People knew me by positive vibes. People at work, people on social media, people that I knew from school, my friends, family, right? Everybody knew me as positive vibes. 2016, yeah, 2016. So pretty much 2015, let's go back a little bit. I started making videos, even, right? And I also started posting my own type of quotes, right? Things that I've been saying, and so on. But I started making videos in 2015 about other motivational speakers, such as Les Brown was a big one. And I would make like a video, just maybe stuffed animals, things on the computer. I'll just videotape it, but I'll have Les Brown, let's say, Eric Thomas is a big one, Tony Robbins, so many others, their voice in the background, and posting those. And then I was on Snapchat by then and posting it, and, getting used to, just thinking outside the box, doing different things. Then slowly, later on in 2015, wanted to do something different. Came up with the concept of, wearing a mask. The first idea I came up with, it was going to be like a gorilla, like a monkey mask I was going to wear. But I thought twice about it, maybe three, four times about it, and I decided to do something a little bit different. So if people don't know, move this out of the way. People that don't know, that maybe haven't seen the mask, you guys should check out my social media feeds. Um, Pretty much it was one of those, if people remember Jabberwockies, the dance crew, just the plain white mask, and I bought silver. So I started off with a silver mask. Now I also do white and gold. So pretty much I introduced myself on New Year's, 2000, New Year's Day, 2016. Pretty much talking about who I was and what my goal was, right? Of spreading that positivity any way possible. And stuck with it since then, right? Just so many things I've tried, so many different directions I've gone. Just keep on working at it, right? Day after day after day. And I'm so proud of myself, so happy with myself that what I've accomplished as an individual, what I've accomplished as a person. There's no going back. It's no going back. Of course, I have visions and goals of how I see positive vibes playing out. But to be honest, if I'm still at the same place, like another 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, I'm still going to be happy because I'm not going to stop spreading this message. Especially, not to get into it, I never do. But we know, the world that we live in with the, what's out there, the I don't like using words like bad, negativity, the not so good, right? So this is a first for me, of course, getting onto Anchor, podcast format, something I wanted to do. I'm going to be talking about so many different things, about my story, about, what I have been doing, my experiences, my message out there. Looking forward to doing things like, I don't want to call it, I guess, an interview, maybe, use a different word for that, but having interviews with other individuals that are, on the same path somewhat, of that positive type of message, self-development, self-awareness, so many different things, business, social media. So look out for all of that. This is the first episode, as I said. There'll be so much more. So this is Positive Vibes Influence Podcast, PIP. So a few of the other things that I have going on related to audio as well. It hasn't been put out yet. Will be put out most likely this week. It'll be put out Positive Vibes Influence, the audio experience. It's pretty much things that I have written myself, that I've already posted maybe in the past, things that maybe I will write moving forward, that pretty much taking, nature, I guess, outside, video. The first one that I made already was about 5 minutes long. It was of Niagara Falls. And Niagara Falls. And then what I do is I just do a voice over it, and what happens though is that you still have the sounds, right? People in the background talking, or of course I was in Niagara Falls, so the water and the scenery and so on, but it's more about the audio, of course. And it's just pretty much me talking about it, and I would love everybody's feedback. It's something new that I'm putting out there, because I just didn't want to do just a podcast. I wanted to do something a little bit different. That's why right now you hear some music in the background, always rewinding it because it's not that long. You don't want to use the same beat, but yeah, so I just want to do something different. So I have two sort of audio things going on: the podcast, which is this, and then also, you will be able to go on maybe Facebook and YouTube. Not sure how I want to do that yet. Most likely, for sure, maybe on Facebook, and where you could just listen, right? And if you want, even watch, of course, with the scenery of, Niagara Falls. So that's one thing coming up. Another new thing coming out is Positive Vibes blogs. That will be more about my personal life, and me personally, like what I've been through. Again, what I've learned and experienced, but pretty much about my life. Again, who knows how that will go. I've already written my first blog. What I'm doing with that is also related to audio. So I have an image with my different pictures of my mask. Um, but different picture of my mask. Okay, it seems like the podcast is finishing, so keep I couldn't tell. I'm still getting used to this podcast, so give me one moment here. Yeah, so it seems like the podcast was finishing, and I went to, okay, maybe what should I do? So, but I'm still going to continue this. There's no point of starting all over, of course. So the Positive Eyes blogs is pretty much about my personal life, as I said. So it'll be like a picture, but it'll be written, so you could read it on Facebook. Is what it looks like. It will be primarily on, possibly also on. We're going to look into Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, but it'll also be audio. So if you want to click on it, let's say the video, you could listen to me speaking and reading my blog pretty much, right? If you guys are more into audio. I'm gonna bring up the hashtags at the same time. PV influence is so hashtag PV influence will be for the audio, both the audio experience and the podcast, and then the PV blogs is the hashtag for the blogs. Next is what I have stopped recently, but it will be coming soon, and there'll be a message in here later on about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But there will be the vlogs coming back, daily positive vibes. I've been doing the vlogs. I think I'm on episodes in the 40s. I'm going to just continue it, always playing around with different things, the different type of editing, what I have in my vlogs. It's going to be a lot more of me, like what I've been doing, constantly talking about the message I'm putting out there. If I'm outside, where I am, my city, Toronto, right? I live in Markham. So look out for the vlogs again. That will most likely be primarily on YouTube exclusively. Then there's Good Morning Motivation with Positive Vibes, which I put about a minute video. Who knows if I'll do a little bit less or more. But pretty much me just, writing out something about a certain topic and so many different things, right? About keeping our head up, moving forward, depression, positive mindsets, working hard, consistency, patience, so many different things, right? So look out for that to start again. I've already had so many, Good Morning Motivation, Positive Vibes are already been posted. Um, what else? So many things. PBear, PBear. PBear is I don't want to call him a mascot. He's a friend. He's as he says, he's not a man. I always call him man. He's a bear. So he's pretty much the how should I say it? Like, he's pretty much puts it out there that he wants to be your friend, your best friend, and he's pretty much a part of this movement, right? Positive Vibes movement of spreading this positivity any way possible. The main phrase that I use is keep your head up and keep moving forward. Main phrase that PBear uses is focus on the honey in life. And you guys are going to see a lot more for him, for PBear. Right now, it's about post. The primarily it's been on. I've been posting it everywhere, I guess. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. That might change a little bit, but it's pretty much about cool type of pictures, just changing it up a little bit from my other regular pictures that I post with my different colored masks. So a lot of information here, I know, but I just wanted to put a lot of stuff out there for the ones listening, just to give you an idea of what I've been up to. So working on everything, right? The blogs, like I said, the audio, the videos, just really trying to put content out there. What I'm really trying to focus on a little bit more right now, I'm just been putting it out, making the content, putting it out there, but putting it on all platforms, right? And what I wanted to do next is really focus on driving individuals that are viewing my information, new or old, is, you know, not just saying, hey, how could I check out your vlog? Oh, you could go anywhere. You could check out my vlog. I want them to direct them somewhere. You know what I mean? To make it easier for them as well, if they're wondering, okay, what's going on? What is this Positive Vibes all about? So there'll be a lot more information about what I've been up to, especially in the next couple of days. So just thinking about anything else I want to bring up right now. I don't believe so. Again, my main goal is to spread this positivity any way possible. And wearing the mask is one part of it is to draw attention. Another part of it is branding. Another part of it, I feel comfortable. There's so many different aspects of why to wear the mask. It's not to say, one big aspect of it though is that people are going to look at anybody and have a judgment. Now it's beeping again. I don't know if it's gonna stop. It's gonna. Yeah, so I think it stopped again. I'm gonna figure out what's gonna go on after, how am I gonna post this, and so on. But yeah, so pretty much it happens, unfortunately, right? That no matter what the message is, it could be the message that someone actually needs, but unfortunately, um, it happens, right? That we judge people by the way they look, the way they speak, their background, and racism is out there. There's so many different things, right? Not to say that everybody's like that, but unfortunately, there are individuals, right, that are like that. So this is more of, make your judgment that fine, that maybe it is funny that I'm wearing a mask, maybe it is a gimmick or a joke, but generally, if you watch the videos and the posts that I'm putting out there, you'll realize that it's far from that, right? Um, so that's the whole concept. This movement is just keep on continuing, looking to engage. I always do engage, but I know that I could do so much more. Um, just really, trial and error is one thing I always talk about. Just trying new things, putting it out there, not just for a few, days or weeks. It's, long term, right? As I said, I've been doing this for close to 5 years now. So one thing I want to put out there on this, podcast, my first ever. I'm really excited about this. So tomorrow is Halloween, October 31st. The plan is, as long as everything goes well, is that me, Positive Vibes, will be downtown Toronto, Yonge and Dundas, um, for my first ever appearance. I guess I've never been outside, like, meeting people or greeting with people or talking. So I'm gonna be downtown, Yonge and Dundas, most likely Dundas Square, maybe around that area. Eden Center, not sure if I'll go in, but probably around that area, Yonge and Dundas. The time frame that I'm looking at is possibly around 6 p.m. Might confirm more, accurately tomorrow, but it will be around 6 p.m. and later. Maybe a few appearances because I don't think I can wear the mask the whole time. Um, Something I'm still getting used to for sure. But that's a big announcement, something I'm doing to step out of my comfort zone and taking this next step, with the podcast, with all my blog and the audio experience. And now, what's the better day, right, to make this step tomorrow to, Halloween, right? So make it easier for me to, I am going to be nervous, even on this podcast, I'm a little nervous, but, I know as I do it day after day, just like I was doing everything else, posting every day, the videos, are getting better and better because I'm doing it over and over again. Like I said, since 2016, so almost 2 years now, I've been doing videos. So, again, I look forward to meeting many of you. If you guys want to come down, if you're in the Toronto area, say hi. Let me know how you guys have maybe heard my podcast. If you guys have been viewing my stuff. Really, really appreciate it. I always look for feedback. I don't feel like any feedback is generally negative unless if there's no um, answer to it. Meaning, if you're going to say, in my opinion, right, for feedback, if you're going to say something is not good, for example, and it happens, right, for me as well. But I always ask them, okay, I have nothing wrong with if, for me, for example, I'll give my example, if you don't like something I'm doing, whether it's the videos, whether it's the mask, whether it's the photos, whatever it is, right? Maybe this podcast. But give me an answer of what you believe I can maybe do different. Even if it's simple, you think that I should just stop because it's just not working what you've been doing for the last close to 5 years. I always feel like I want feedback. I always feel like all feedback is good. The only not so good feedback is when you say it's not good. It's, I don't like it. Like that doesn't really help me to a point, right, of what I can do next. But I always appreciate the feedback I've already gotten, appreciate the feedback, that people will always give me in the future. I look to engage a lot more. So this was my first ever podcast, Positive Vibes Influence Podcast, PIP. I look forward to, more podcasts down the road. Going to be seeing if I'm going to be doing it daily, weekly, still haven't decided all of that. But those are, small things I think that I could figure out. Again, remember, October 31st, tomorrow, Yonge and Dundas. Unless things change, I will update everyone, but I look forward to seeing you guys there. So, to end this off, keep your head up and keep moving forward. Always, always remember, trust positive vibes.